I don't care how good your risk management is. I don't care how good your levels are. I don't care how good your psychology is where it's at, guys. Yes. Today, I'm going to show you guys my complete 5-minute strategy. It's responsible for making profits like these when I'm trading a 5-minute chart. And it's going to take your confidence from this to this. Trust me, you're going to love this one. All right, so let's go. So right here, I'm gonna show you guys my complete strategy, but also I'm gonna show you guys some chart examples. So later on, we're gonna do that, okay? All right, guys, here's my complete strategy, okay? Every single day, I'm looking for direction, and then I'm looking for levels, and then I'm looking for entries, right? And then I'm looking to exit the market. It's a complete circle every single day. This is what I'm looking for. This is my complete system. Now, here's where, I believe most traders have problems, right? They have problems with the direction, and they have problems with entries, right? Now, I believe that, levels are easy, right? And I believe that the exits are easy too. So this is what we need to focus on, more. And of course we can focus on this, but I think this is really the main problem right here most traders are having is with the direction, okay? The direction is almost like pretty much the direction is the foundation, right? And everything on top of that is going to work perfectly, right? But if the direction is wrong, I don't care how good your risk management is. I don't care how good your levels are. I don't care how good your psychology is. The direction is where it's at, guys. Okay, so you need to basically master that. So let's go to the chart so I can show you guys, different ways you can actually look at the direction. All right, so one way you can look at the direction, guys, is the higher time frame. You go on a daily chart, you go on a 4-hour chart, you can go on a 1-hour chart, right? So here's a good example, right? Lately, the market been trending down, okay? So you can literally either plot a moving average or plot a trend line and say, all right, the market is trending down, okay? So we are looking to go short. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? When we break a key level, like right here, we broke a key level right here, okay? So this is definitely saying, all right, we're looking for shorts underneath these, this trend line right here or this level. So the problem with most people, I believe, right, is not that right here. It's literally these days right here, right? Where we have these days where the market is pulling back. Okay, we call these pullback days, right? These are the days I believe most traders will have problems because, your guru will tell you, hey man, top-down analysis, one way. If it's not, lining up, do not take a trade. And again, that sounds good, but what happens when the market is pulling back and you're looking for shorts and you're just getting ran over because the market is bullish? So let's go to a 5-minute chart to show you guys, how to use, like a trend like this on a 1-hour, okay? So on the 1 hour, we broke this, so we're looking for shorts, right? So, right here would be a possible short opportunity right here, right? The next day, actually, we're bullish, right, to the upside. So we're going up. Now, we hit this key area where we could probably go short, but it looked like the market was closed around that time, okay? So overall, the market down here, right? The market is going down, and this is the next day right here. So overall, we do have, short opportunities to the downside, right? Cool, right? Everything's looking good. Now, this is the next day. The market's going down. You can look for shorts. Boom, right? All right, fine. Everything's looking good. Now, all of a sudden, we're starting to pull back. So right here, to me, you can go short again. Nothing wrong with that. We do have some type of resistance right here. So we can definitely look for shorts. Now, here's the problem. These days right here, we're looking for shorts, and then all of a sudden, it's not working anymore because, you're not really paying attention to these levels right here. So here's the next day right here, you're going short, and all of a sudden it is reversed on you, okay? And then you say, all right, man, listen, we got a resistance right here. I'm gonna go short. It took out this high. All right, let me go short right here. Boom, keep on going short. The markets keep going up. So the next day was right here, which is cool, right? Boom, it went down. But guess what? If you took a short anywhere around here, it would bounce, right? And again, nothing wrong with going with the big direction. It's just that these days right here, guys, these are the days right here where you have to really pay attention, where the market could actually reverse and go long, okay? So what I do is I look at the intraday trend, which is the 5-minute chart. And I'm mainly focused on the 5-minute chart, and I'm looking at the 5-minute trend, and I'm going based on that. So a good example would be right here, where I know that we are close to that support. I can say, you know what? I don't want to take any shorts right here. I can maybe go long if I see any type of good price action. And we do. I mean, we basically, we cracked trend line right here, and then we pull back. We made a demand level, okay? And then all of a sudden, it came to that demand level, but it hit this low right here, and it couldn't close, okay? So that was a good, level where you could say, all right, I can go long. Or you can look for a double test at a level, okay? Now, here's another good example right here. The next day, you don't want to really go short around here because we all know that in the past, buyers stepped in. So these are the days you have to really pay attention. If you're going to use top-down analysis, you really have to pay attention to these days, because these are the days I believe most traders, they have problems with these days because they're not really paying attention to the little, micro support and resistance from the 5-minute chart, right? So let's go to next day, and basically let's go, to see if we have anything. Okay, boom, we cracked this support. Now this is great because overall the 1 hour is bearish, and then all of a sudden the 5-minute is bearish. I like this, okay? Pull back to that next supply level, boom, okay? And this is, what I'm doing every single day. I'm looking at the 5-minute structure, and I'm not trying to get too confused with the higher time frame structure, because overall it can confuse you, okay? So right here is a good example, the next day, where we popped up. And you probably thinking, hey, you could short around this area, maybe a supply. You're looking at maybe a supply right here, or you're looking at anything right here. But the way I'm looking at this is we are at a major support level. Maybe you don't want to go short. Look how much buying this is, right? There's a lot of buying. Maybe you don't want to go short right here. Maybe you want, take this continuation, right, to the upside. So you have to understand the structure to the left. You can't just blindly say, man, I'm doing top-down analysis. The higher time frame is bearish. Let me just only go short. Because what would make people say, all right, the market is not bearish anymore? Well, I guarantee you, the gurus will tell you, hey, if we break this trend line and we continue to hold this, okay, that's when you start looking for longs again. And that's correct, right? Nothing wrong with that. But again, in my opinion, if top-down analysis was the greatest thing ever, how come everyone is not profitable? If top-down analysis was so great, I think everybody would be profitable. And the way I'm looking at it is, it's not just top-down analysis. It's actually what the market is doing now. And I think that's really the most important thing you really have to understand. What is the market doing right now? Is it showing signs of, a bearish market? Just because, the 1 hour is bearish, is the 5-minute showing some bearish signs too? Or if it's going crazy to the upside? This is where you have to understand and say, okay, maybe I shouldn't take any shorts today. So here's another good day right here, the next day, where the market looks bearish because we're selling off. And maybe you took a short right here, but also you have to remember we have levels right here that the market bounced, okay, a lot. So to me, I'm aware of that. Now, maybe you took a quick scalp to the downside, or if you didn't, let's say you went short right here, right? Because we do have a resistance. Please be aware of this, because guess what we had? We had a lot of buying right here to the upside. So if you do go short, guys, please be aware of the next level where it can stop, right? So right here, let's say you went short. I'm aware that, man, we literally, had a nice demand level right here and a lot of buying right here. So if you do go short right here, you're going to have to probably take profits around here, okay? So this is what you have to be aware when it comes to trading the market. Now, when it comes to entries, I like the double test. Okay, so you can look for one, double test around a level, and then take, your entries. Another entry right here, double test to the downside. Let me see if I see a bullish example. Yeah, the market been trending down lately, but here's another bullish example where you got one test, two tests, right? So I like that. You can do that. And then for exits, you can actually look for a fix 1 to 2 or 3 to 1, right? I would say the sweet spot on the 5-minute chart. Okay, on the 5-minute chart, the sweet spot I would say is a 2 to 1. You could definitely get a 3 to 1 on, you know, good days. If you're doing like the 1-minute chart, you could definitely get 4 to 1s, 5 to 1s. But that chart is literally more aggressive. So be careful. So right now, you know, the 5-minute chart is good enough. So let's go to the next day. So here's the next day, guys, right? The next day, I can say that you can look for shorts because look at this right here, right? We have resistance right here. Even though it popped up, it just popped up a little bit, right? We have a nice, head and shoulders, right? Boom. So right here is a good short opportunity, okay? But again, you have to be, I would still be aware of a lot of buying right here. So taking profits anywhere around here, it's not a bad idea, right? So let's go to the next day. Oh, we did this day already. So here's another day. This day right here, I remember this day. I didn't take no trade on this day at all. I saw this resistance. I wanted to take maybe a short, but I saw so much buying to the point where I'm like, all right, let me see how it reacts to that level. Unfortunately, the market just did a sharp down move. So basically it made a Christmas tree. This is called a Christmas tree because it's going up and going straight down. So I didn't really have an opportunity to basically, you know, take advantage of that. Now, here's where a good example of you looking to the left, right? And you're saying to yourself, right? You see a resistance right here and another resistance right here. And the market looks bullish. So overall, even though I look at the 5-minute chart, I'm still not going to take a long right here because guess what? We still have resistance. So I'm still aware of that, okay? So the opportunity would be a short opportunity. And then we have a short up top, okay? Couldn't basically, you know, go above here, short to the downside, right? So I'm just basically giving you guys how I look at the market when it comes to direction, because direction is very important. It's the most important thing. And I'm trying to just help you understand direction and how I'm looking at direction. Okay, so let's go to the next day. So this next day right here, I remember taking a short right here, right? I took a short right here. And basically the reason why I took this short is because we had a lot of resistance right here, okay? Now, the market popped into this resistance. We have a double rejection, 1, 2 to the downside. And that was a quick scalp, 2 to 1, right? Again, if you're taking shorts, guys, you have to be aware where the market is bouncing, okay? These areas where the market is bouncing. So you know, I know some of you guys, you know, want to take 3 to 1s, 5 to 1s, 6 to 1s, but if you're trading like this, you got to be aware of these support areas, right? So that's why I said 2 to 1 is usually a good sweet spot when it comes to the 5-minute chart. Okay, so here's a good example of a market where the market is pulling back, right? So we're in pullback mode. So some of you guys would probably still look for shorts because you know, you're looking at the 1 hour, but this is a bullish day right here. To me, this is a bullish day, right? So I'll be looking for longs because we're making higher highs and it's just pulling back and it's going up, okay? All right, so the next day would be a day where you have to be careful right here and pull back to that support and it shot up, okay? But this is a good area where you can go short. I remember going short right here and I got stopped out, okay? I got stopped out right here and I went short because overall, even though it bounced from that, it was kind of sloppy. It wasn't like the strongest bounce, right? But I just wanted to take the short. Overall, the market been bearish. We broke these levels right here. So I was like, okay, let me just look for a possible short. And I got stopped out on this one. Hey, nothing's gonna work 100%. It is what it is. All right, so this day right here, which is today, okay, again, you would say, okay, the 1 hour is bearish, you know, let's look for shorts. And there's a level right here, a resistance level right here. And you're probably looking, you know, at this as, okay, I'm gonna go short today. Well, I was actually looking for a bullish move. I'm gonna tell you why. Because overall, we broke this right here and it was looking bullish, okay? We broke this and I was looking for a pullback. And notice that we had double rejections right here. I took a long right here and I got stopped out, okay? It is what it is. You can't win them all. Got stopped out. Well, I still was looking for a long. We still have these areas right here, okay? So when we bounced back off this area right here, I went long again and then got my 2-to-1, and you know, I was up for the day. So that was today, and basically, you know, that was that 2-to-1 trade. Now, some of you guys would say, oh, well, I want to go short because overall, the 1 hour was bearish, and we had resistance, and it's selling off right here. Okay, you probably went short right here. Anywhere right here, you probably went short. Again, nothing wrong with that. Or you probably went short right here. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just looking at the intraday trend, the 5-minute chart. What is it doing right now? You know, to me, if you look at the intraday, it's you know, creating higher highs, holding these lows right here. To me, it's screaming bullish. So this is why I personally, I just look at the 5-minute chart. I make my decisions. Am I right all the time? No. Nobody's right all the time. This is why we have risk to reward. This is why we have risk management. This is why we have stop losses. But I'm just basically trying to help you guys understand the direction. This is mainly what the video is about. Help you understand the direction, because I truly believe a lot of people have a lot of trouble with the direction. And it's because, you know, you're thinking that it's bearish, but actually it's bullish, and vice versa. You really have to master that so you can actually be profitable. This is something that you just have to go over, start back testing, start testing it out, and go from there. You're not gonna get it right away. It's something that you just gotta have to do. Keep doing it over and over and over, right? So this is what I'm doing every single day. I know this can help you, so do what you have to do. Other than that, I hope you guys, you know, have a great day. Black Friday sale going on. If you want to understand how I'm doing this, looking at it in a complete way, organized way, just check the program below, Black Friday sale. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. And until then, we out. Let's go.